Hey, hey, hey! I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. It's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah, and today I have three hot, immediately hiring work from home opportunities. These are really good ones, y'all. So I'm excited to get into the details. I'm not gonna delay. These are gonna go fast. But first, you gotta take care of business. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and you tap the notification bell and select all. That way YouTube tells you every time I post a video. I post the hottest work from home opportunities right here, Monday through Friday. So go ahead and lock it on in. And now that you've taken care of that business, we are ready to jump in. So jumping on in here, the very first company that I'm gonna share with y'all is a new to this channel company called BioRad. And this company looks like it's doing big things. It says that they are in the science industry across a spectrum of different sciences. And you can check out their homepage to find out, the different things that they offer. And then of course, go over to their Glassdoor, huge company, 5,001 to 10,000 plus employees. So that's a lot of folks, lots of reviews on their Glassdoor account. I love it. Okay, so looks like people enjoy working here. Now, jumping into the hot lead, this is for their order support rep one position. Now, don't be alarmed, okay? This opportunity is available anywhere in the US. So if you were a part of the How to Find Online Jobs Like a Pro workshop, you know that we talked about how sometimes leads might say one location, but you gotta be curious and you'll be rewarded for it. And on the inside, you'll find that, oftentimes they might hire in other locations. So good for us. Now, getting into this lead, this opportunity lets us know that the pay is going to range between $34,500 to $59,000 per year. That is way too big of a range for me. So I ran the Glassdoor, and based off of two salaries submitted for this position, it looks like people are making about $45,000 base pay, and they're getting some type of bonus into what they're getting paid. So at that minimum of $45,000 per year, that works out to be about $22.50 per hour, which, hey, that's good for this role, especially because you don't need to have a ton of experience. They want you to have a high school diploma. If you have some college coursework, that's great, but it's preferred, nice to have. They want you to have 2 years of customer service or sales support experience. We've got that. You got to be able to talk to people on the phone, high quality customer service skills, customer relationship management, accurate data entry, computer skills, organizational skills, and be able to quickly learn and comprehend product knowledge. So that's easy, okay? We've got all of that and then some. So I like this lead. Now, what you're gonna be doing as an order support rep, you're gonna focus on fulfilling customer orders, ensuring accuracy and timely delivery. So you're gonna be responsible for the end-to-end order fulfillment process for orders received via EDI, BRC, fax, and or email. And then you're gonna review and process sales orders, maintain accurate order records, monitor customer orders, and keep customers informed of order status, research and resolve accounting, pricing, and shipping issues, escalate issues as appropriate, and additional tasks as assigned by supervisor. So everything you're doing in this role centers around order management. And it looks like a lot of what you're going to be doing communication-wise is non-phone. However, you got to be prepared to talk to the customer in case they want to know, hey, where's my stuff? Is it lost in shipping? And that comes in where we're going to, keep customers informed. So I think this is a great opportunity. It doesn't look like you're going to be living on the phone, but, you just got to be okay with phone use. And hey, if you are, then the apply button is over here at the right. And you already know we've got you covered with the remote resume builder software. Yeah. Yes, we've got tons of templates in this ATS optimized software. And the template that I would use to build my resume for this position would be the administrative coordinator. And keep in mind, y'all, when you're using these templates, you want to start off from the template that has a lot of what you're trying to, convey. And we've got so many templates, you can pick one that's already got a lot of the stuff you want on there, and then you just add your razzle dazzle. And for this role, even though it's not called administrative coordinator, don't focus on the title. Focus on the duties. Everything you're doing is making sure that you are on top of stuff, okay? You're on top of the orders. You're on top of customer communication. You're on top of, the paperwork, the EDIs, the faxes. You're on top of stuff. That's what an administrative coordinator is. They're the person on top of everything. So this would be the template, and I would pair it with the administrative coordinator cover letter template, have a complete and robust application, and be on my merry way. And you can try out the software and get access to these templates for just $1 during our 7-day try before you buy trial. That's where you get to use the software for a whole week, use as many resumes and cover letters and templates as you want, download them. Okay, there is no cap in that 7 days. I want you to use this software so that you understand how powerful it is to use software to make your resume and cover letter, and how quick and easy it is to customize. So try it out. As soon as you sign up, we're going to send you your login. You're going to know how to use the software, and we are in the support desk 7 days a week. We're always here for you. So you have nothing to lose. Try it out for $1. And now let's move on to the second hot lead. So jumping on into the second and third hot leads, they both come from Maximus. I've shared Maximus many times. This is a company that has a lot of contracts with the federal and state government, local government entities. They offer so many different lines of work, which is awesome. So there's a lot of variety, and you can see that they have 10,000 plus employees. People enjoy working here. They still have this little alert thing at the top. I'm not sure if people are still, adding reviews and whatnot that Glassdoor is flagging, but I will say in the past this wasn't here and people had good reviews. So not sure what that's about, but people like working here. And a lot of my subscribers have gotten hired for these jobs too. So jumping on into the first hot lead, this is for Maximus's operations support coordinator position. This is a full-time role, and they posted this on Friday, and this is available US-wide. Now, what you're going to be doing in this role is you're going to be an operations coordinator supporting the New York State office for people with developmental disabilities. And so that office services over 128,000 New Yorkers with developmental disabilities, and you are going to be the coordinator. So the pay for this position is $18 to $21 per hour. And I love this role because it is no experience friendly. And one of the things you want to look for when you're looking for no experience is zero. Okay, mentioned 0 to 2 years. So if this is your first rodeo with being an admin, being a coordinator, this would be something you want to apply to. And so you just need a high school diploma, 0 to 2 years of experience in a customer service environment. And then if you have some college, if you have done some sort of call center work, if you have 2+ years experience in community outreach, those are nice to haves. And these are hints as to how we can further customize our resume and cover letter if we have these things. But don't worry, you can still qualify if you just meet these minimum requirements. And so other than that, it looks like they are going to provide you the computer. That's awesome. And you just need to show up with reliable internet service. So this is a great opportunity, great benefits. And if you want to apply, the apply button is at the top right. And yes, we have templates. I, again, would call on the administrative coordinator template. Now, remember, we're never going to submit the same resume twice. Okay, so you would be using this for that first lead I shared, and then you would be using it for this lead. And again, if you've done any of those things that they mention are nice to haves right here, if you've ever worked in a call center environment, if you've ever attended any amount of college, if you've ever done any sort of community outreach, you would want to further customize customize your resume with that. And then, of course, if you've ever worked directly with people who might have developmental disabilities, absolutely customize your resume with that information. Okay, that would be something that you could put in your summary statement. So there's a lot of ways you can make these resume templates customized, and it's easy to do in the software. So I would pair this with the cover letter template, and I would go into the software, I would choose that template, go into the wizard, make it true to me, boom, I'm ready to download and get my application in. So now let's move on to the third and final hot lead. So jumping into the third and final hot lead, this is for their customer service representative 2 position. And you are going to be working in the CDC Info Contact Center. Now, I know a lot of people get confused anytime they hear government entities, especially with the stuff going on with Doge. That's not the same thing, okay? You're not a federal employee. You are working with a contractor, which is Maximus. You're still W-2. There's different types of contracts. You'd be a W-2 employee and you'd be working in the CDC's contact center, but you're not a part of the government as a, federal employee. Okay, you're not an FTE. So not to get confusing if, all these things like CDC, FTE, what you talking about? Just know to get your application in, okay? And this one is another little experience friendly, possibly no experience friendly role. They want you to have a minimum of 6 months customer service experience. So whether that's in customer service, administration, or working in a call center. So maybe you've never quite been on the phones before, but as long as you've worked before, then you could apply. High school diploma, be able to speak and write in English clearly and professionally. And you just have to be willing to, learn how to, answer the calls and help the CDC personnel. And so the pay for this position is going to range between $17.75 to $22.17 per hour. And that's great, especially since you don't have to show up with a lot of experience. So if you like this lead, the apply button is at the top right. And yes, we have a template for you. I would recommend using either the customer service 1 or 2 resume template. Being that this is a call center, you're going to be helping CDC personnel with their concerns. Customer service is at the forefront. So I would use either customer service 1 or 2. You cannot go wrong. And then of course, add a cover letter to make it a complete application. We've got a customer service cover letter template, and boom, you can get your application in and be on your merry way. So get your applications in using the remote resume builder software. You'll be so glad that you did. And we're not done just yet. Next up on the resources list is Extra Leads Club. And y'all, all 3 of these hot leads came from Extra Leads Club. If you haven't heard, we can do the job searching for you. So if you're like, Delilah, I love these leads on your channel. I wish I had, about 3 dozen more of them where that came from. Then you want to join Extra Leads Club because that's exactly what we do. We save you time and help you get results by handling the job search. So every morning, bright and early, we get up, we look for the very best remote opportunities. We verify that they're legit. We give you all the pay, links, and everything at a glance so that you can easily peruse which ones you want to apply to, get your application in, and save yourself tons of time. So you can try out Extra Leads Club for just $1, and it's only $10 a month. You guys, join Extra Leads Club, okay? If you can apply to just 2-3 extra jobs a week, Extra Leads Club has already paid for itself because that's saving you a lot of time, and time is money. Moving along, the next resource is my website, remoteworklife.co. We have a free resource called the Mega List of Jobs. And every time I share a company in my videos, I add it here so you can find who hires you to do what more easily. So if you're like, I like, administrative jobs, I want more, you can type in admin and we tag these companies with what kind of roles they offer. So we're nearing 50 companies that will hire you to do some type of administrative work from home. But check all of these companies because, admin work is something every company needs. So you can go to their careers pages, see what they have available, apply safely and securely, and you'll be glad that you did. And last but certainly not least is my Amazon storefront. You guys, Amazon has the most amazing deals. And if you want to get the whole hookup and not break the bank, come to Amazon. They have so many computer packages under $200, some of them under 100. Like if you bring your own monitor and your own keyboard and mouse, you can get the CPU tower for $95. Okay, you cannot beat that. So check out my Amazon storefront, the mega list of jobs. Join Extra Leads Club today for just $1. It's only $10 a month. And get your application using the remote resume builder software. As soon as you sign up, we're going to send you your login. You're going to be able to make a resume, get your application in, and be on your merry way to remote work land. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.